everybody, and welcome to Jurassic World, but better because it's funny and it makes fun of it because this is the abridged version of the Jurassic World trilogy. So tonight we have a whole bunch of awesome people with us. We have Anne Marco, we have Logan Hoberg, we have Jared Millsap, we have Travis Sanders, we have Eric Waldman, we have Jennifer Sannett, and we have me, Chelsea Lynn. And we're all gonna be playing so many random characters, so we're not doing like intros tonight, but anyway, enjoy the read, and let's get it started. Jurassic World Trilogy, the abridged versions. Jurassic World Abridged and Fallen Kingdom Abridged, written by Craig, with edits by Chelsea Lynn. Dominion Abridged, written by Chelsea Lynn, with edits by Eric J. Waldman. Fade in, Interior Airport. Brothers Nick Robinson and Ty Simpkins are being seen off by their mother, Judy Greer.
Have fun at the popular family tourist resort Jurassic World, kids.
Wait, they actually decided to open the park for real? After the first two attempts, each ended in a series of brutal, well-publicized deaths? What insane company would ever try to make this happen again? You might as well try and build a luxury hotel in Chernobyl, out of asbestos.
Sure, this time, the dinosaurs won't get loose and start eating everybody. And if they do, no doubt it'll just bring you and your strange aunt closer, like Sam Neill and those kids in Jurassic Park. And, Jeff Goldblum and his daughter in The Lost World. And William H. Macy and Téa Leoni with their son in Jurassic Park 3. I mean, apparently nothing forges bonds between adults and kids like nearly getting their heads bitten off.
Exterior, Isla Nublar. Nick and Ty arrive on the island and are greeted by their aunt, park manager Bryce Dallas Howard.
Good. Now, I know this vacation was supposed to help me to get to know the two of you better, but I'll be in meetings older. So sorry, Brad and Chris, Steve and Graham, Rudiger and Murgator, Troy, whoever you are. I'm leaving you with my assistant, Katie McGrath.
Hey kids, if you need me, I'll be ignoring you, staring sullenly at my phone, generally earning myself a spot on the dino snack platter.
While Bryce fucks off to do work stuff, Nick and Ty go around the park and see kids riding a baby triceratops and people rafting through a dinosaur watering hole in a SeaWorld type exhibit featuring a giant mosasaurus. And god damn it, science, where are our pet dinosaurs? Get on that shit already. Interior control room. Bryce checks on things in the control room with general technician guy Jake Johnson.
Are you wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt? Don't you think it's an extremely poor taste to make a reference to that tragedy? People died!
Right? But building a brand new dinosaur park smack dab on the ruins of an old one featuring, as an attraction, the exact same Tyrannosaurus that once bit a lawyer in half. I'm sure that's extremely helpful.
Hey, we've been super tasteful about this. We've changed the name of the park by a whole syllable and made the logo a different color and everything.
I'm sorry. I just can't help but think of the original Jurassic Park was a lot cooler than Jurassic World. They knew all we needed was good fashioned dinosaurs instead of throwing in some made up super dinosaur because the suits figure their customers are idiots who constantly demand bigger and meaner monsters. Holy shit, was that on purpose? The movie just deliberately point out its biggest, most glaring flaw? Damn, if these movies are starting off to get self-aware, then this website is screwed.
Say what you want. Our focus group Spliced Up Dinosaur Hybrid is going to be a real money spinner. We even carefully chose its name to be catchy and easy for the kids to pronounce. Indominus. Shit. Two N's and an M and all next to each other like that. Oh God, we should have just named it Deathosaurus or something.
You know, the more you talk, the more I worry about your character. I mean, things like your callous dismissal of ethical concerns, your recklessness in pursuit of the bottom line, your hubris in the face of the power of nature.
What? Those are all pretty standard elements of a Michael Crichton villain.
See, that's the thing. You're not the villain. You're one of the protagonists.
Whoa, well, hopefully it'll make me look not so bad by throwing in another character who's all those things you mentioned, but taken to, Captain Planet level extremes.
Exterior Raptor Den. Ultra evil security contractor Vincent D'Onofrio is snacking on kitten faces whilst he watches Chris Pratt train some velociraptors.
That's right. Raptors are our pals now. I mean, it's not like anybody can take them seriously anymore after the talking raptor fiasco of the last movie. So we decided to just lean into it. But as much as they make a cool theme park attraction, we at Umbrella UTI Inc. just know they're gonna make it even cooler weapons.
Weapons? Dude, look at these guys. They've just barely gotten a grasp of come and stay. I'm the one person they listen to, and just now one almost bit off my face. You really think turning these things loose on the battlefield is going to revolutionize warfare? It'd be just as effective if a shitload cheaper to just pour out a sack full of irritable leopards.
Ah, but raptors have one distinct advantage. Clearly, animal cruelty laws don't apply to them even a little bit. I mean, look at their holding pens. Look at it.
What, you mean those tiny cells where we keep them completely immobilized, right down to pinning their heads in place with their mouths strapped shut? Okay, yeah, that's a bit on the what are the ever-loving fuck side, isn't it?
Chris, the kind-hearted, naively optimistic head of Engine, wants you to come check out the Indominus Rex's enclosure.
Sure, tell Attenborough I'll be right over.
Oh, Richard Attenborough died. Remember, we're just giving Irfan Khan all of his lines and hoping the audience buys him as a brand new character.
Interior Indominus Rex enclosure. From the observation deck of the Indominus Rex's enclosure, Chris spies a bunch of gouge marks running up one of the walls.
Oh, and shit, we're getting no thermal readings, so the Indominus Rex must have just scrambled up the sheer concrete wall, dropped 40 feet on the other side, and hobbled off without anybody noticing. That's believable. Hey, Chris, go down to the enclosure and take a closer look at those gouges while we try and locate the dinosaur's tracking implant.
Say, maybe you could do that tracking thing before I head down into the depth pit, just in case that ridiculous escape you just described is less likely than the idea of those thermal sensors are on the fritz.
Less logic and more gouge looking at.
Chris and some disposable guys head into the enclosure, but then Bryce discovers the tracking implant is still in the enclosure. Who would have guessed?
Shit, it's in here with you.
Wait, which door should we run to? The one all the way across the padlock, or the one literally 2 feet from where we're standing right now?
Just move.
Chris starts running all the way across the paddock, but after the Indominus Rex charges out of the trees and eats one of the other dudes like a piece of popcorn, he reconsiders his strategy. He turns around and sprints out the exit, but is unable to close it before the Indominus Rex squeezes her way out and storms off into the park.
Oh, damn, those gouge marks were an implausibly elaborate trick. So, Bryce, what's the protocol for an escaped predator?
Huh?
You do have a set plan for this, right? I mean, the first version of this park failed spectacularly as a result of exactly this. Surely you've been running drills for this kind of thing. You've got evacuation procedures and stuff. Please tell me we're not going to be desperately cobbling together on a plan on the fly.
Sending guys out with charts or something. I don't else be in charge. I gotta find my nephews.
She runs off.
Nephews, you say? Wait for me. Sure, the entire park is in peril now, but why not have the general manager and the most skilled game warden focus entirely on 2 kids? I'll never even met the guys, but what the hell?
He runs after Bryce. Exterior park. Some dinosaur wranglers with pointless non-lethal weapons are out tracking the Indominus Rex.
Well, shit, I just found the tracking chip on the ground. The I-Rex must have clawed it out.
If only they thought to implant it somewhere in the creature's body that it couldn't reach, as is common practice with microchipping animals, as well as being common fucking sense. Anyway, keep an eye out. It could be anywhere.
Don't mind me. I'm just a shimmery truck-sized wall of thin air. Nothing to see here.
Seriously, a giant carnivorous dinosaur with invisibility camouflage is another bit from the book of the Lost World. The movie left out because it was too goofy. The Lost World being a movie where velociraptors go by gymnastics.
Well, it's not like I ever use this power again anyway, so who cares? Rawr!
She kills everybody. Interior office. Park owner Irfan Khan bursts in to confront head geneticist B.D. Wong.
That's right, everybody. I'm back. I was in Jurassic Park. Guy with the clipboard. Now, well, I'm the only returning character from the entire franchise, so just pretend to give a crap.
What the hell, BD? Why'd you give my dino hybrid random junk like invisibility powers and the ability to hide from thermal scanners? Did you get drunk while watching Predator again?
Those are all unexpected side effects. I got camouflage from the cuttlefish DNA and the thermal thing from frogs and... Okay, come on. Are we seriously bringing back the stupid random filler DNA accidentally gives them convenient abilities idea? Even back in 1993, that was lame.
Wait a minute. Is that thing that we do in these sequels where we grab random scenes from the original book, like how the Lost World did the waterfall scene and Jurassic Park 3 did the aviary scene?
Yeah, that's right. After all these years, fans finally get to see the scenes where Henry Wu discusses the intellectual honesty of genetic engineering in all its cinematic glory!
Exterior paddock. Nick and Ty, having long ago ditched Katie, are driving around in a giant ping pong ball.
So yeah, apparently there's a thing they have at the park. They just let you in a plexiglass sphere and drive around unsupervised right underneath the Apatosaurus's feet.
Even if you're a pair of unaccompanied teenagers, no less. Talk about safety not guaranteed.
Hey, look, a gate to the restricted area of the park is hanging off its hinges through demolished by some gigantic beast. Let's ignore the massive alarm bells this ought to be sending and wander into the place that even the people let us go to the dinosaur soccer ball consider too dangerous.
Man, you were some kids in an action movie and thus impervious to violent death.
They head into the Forbidden Zone and soon find themselves being attacked by the Indominus Rex. The two screaming kids are able to run away from the unstoppable monster and then take refuge in the part of the ruins of Jurassic Park where they used to store all the nostalgic references.
Hey, look, one of the old Jurassic Park Jeeps. It's not in working condition, but conveniently, us middle-class suburban high school kids have mechanic skills. And some even more conveniently, there's an unexplained car wreck right outside the door that we can salvage the battery off of.
But the most convenient thing of all is that the 20-year-old tank full of fuel is still perfectly good, when usually gasoline will become unusable engine-destroying swill after a year or two.
They successfully return to the resort, rendering Chris and Bryce's rescue efforts entirely moot. Interior control room.
So apparently, as the IRX has been making her way across the island, she's been murdering every Apatosaurus she sees for the sheer psychotic thrill for it, like a two-story Jason Voorhees. Surely there's gotta be some way for us to stop this thing.
Well, I guess we could always give a helicopter-mounted chain gun a try. I did mention we had a helicopter-mounted chain gun, right?
No! That sounds like something that might have come in handy a long time ago.
Well, I'll just fly on up there now. The IREX may have a lot of tricks up her sleeve, but unless BD stuck in some hummingbird DNA without telling anybody, she certainly can't fly, so she won't have any defense against us. Unless, of course, she chooses that exact moment to create a massive airborne threat by total accident.
Irfan flies the helicopter out to intercept the Indominus Rex, but it inadvertently, was it inadvertent though? I feel like she's really intelligent. Anyway, smashes open the aviary and all the pterosaurs swarm out. A couple hit the helicopter and cause it to crash, while the rest descend upon the resort and start attacking the guests.
We've been sequestered to our presumably dinosaur-proof guest rooms while a vicious man-eating dinosaur was on the loose. Fuck this part and its scribbling negligent lack of safety protocols.
The pterosaurs knock people over, scratch and bite them, try unsuccessfully to pick them up, and generally do anything but unambiguously kill anybody. Oh, except for Katie, who gets dragged off by a pteranodon, which is itself subsequently snatched out of the sky by the mosasaurus, thus rendering her double eaten.
Oh, well. Serves me right for being a somewhat inattentive babysitter. Ah.
She is swallowed. Meanwhile, Chris and Bryce and Nick and Ty, they find Nick and Ty and save them from the pterosaurs.
All right. It was high time that either one of us did anything that did a damn bit of good for anybody.
It's a good thing Ty and me are finally hanging around our aunt. We're way behind on the usual adult-child bond subplot.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody gives a shit. I found you and we're automatically bonded. So on to more dino violence.
Interior control room.
With, and I'm going to get this wrong, Ifrin dead, control has passed to me and my team of pirate mercenaries. I've decided to unleash the raptors to take down the Indominus Rex.
Fucking what? Put aside for the moment the question on whether we can really control them. What about the fact that all 4 raptors together weigh about as much as the I-Rex's left butt cheek?
My decision is final. Come on, man. Just picture tomorrow's headlines. Hero, Raptors save the day.
I seriously doubt that's what they're going to go with when they also have the option of experimental mutant lizard kills everybody. Also, pterosaur attack, famous billionaire explodes.
Look, half the people here paid specifically to see Star-Lord lead his pet raptors into battle. Fucking get on with it already.
Chris and the mercenaries fucking get on with it. They unleash the raptors, who lead them to the I-Rex. But then the raptors don't attack for some reason.
Hey, the raptors were supposed to herd the I-Rex towards us, but instead they're just standing there. Weird. But hey, we still got heaps of guns. Let's just shoot it ourselves. Guys, why aren't we shooting the I-Rex?
Be cool, raptors. I'm one of you. I'm pretty sure that somewhere amongst the frog DNA and cuttlefish DNA and banana tree DNA and whatever, I've got a bit of raptor DNA in me as well.
Oh, God. Are we really doing this velociraptor language thing again? I thought we were all trying to forget that shit ever happened.
Guys, why are we still not shooting the I-Rex?
Oh no, the raptors are teaming up with the I-Rex. Damn, if only there'd been any clue that one of the dinosaurs involved in this mystery grab bag of genes was the only other dangerously intelligent predator on the island.
Why the fuck are we not shooting the I-Rex? It's right fucking there! Ah, screw it!
The mercenaries start attacking the Indominus Rex, but then the raptors start killing the mercenaries. Chris flees back to the facility with Bryce and the kids, and they take refuge in a lab, where they find Vincent removing evidence.
Ooh, curses. You found me out. BD actually works for me. I got me to desperately make the Indominus Rex an unstoppable psychotic death machine so that later we could make miniaturized versions to sell to the army.
So if you want the army to buy the I-Rex, why are you trying to drum up publicity, which characterizes it as a horrifying, uncontrollable menace, which belongs dead?
Hey, in my head, the entire future of warfare revolves around letting dinosaurs run around eating people. Clearly, I'm out of my fucking mind.
The raptors turn up and eat Vincent! But when they get to Chris, they hold off.
Oh, we can't kill you. You're buddy. We're switching allegiances again, like the fickle, unreliable dipshits that we are.
Good timing, because here comes the I-Rex. Go show that test tube freak what the might of the Velociraptor.
The Indominus Rex basically swats the raptors like flies.
Oops.
Oh, but conveniently, we're just a light jog from the T-Rex station. I'll just go lure her out and lead her here.
Won't it catch up to you in like 10 seconds? That thing can run as fast as a Jeep, and you're wearing high heels.
I'll throw a flare at the I-Rex, and the T-Rex will know that the flare, not me, or will
That's
follow the flare. I guess.
Exactly the strategy which didn't work at all for Jeff Goldblum in the first movie.
And then the T-Rex will fight the larger, smarter, younger dinosaur and win somehow. It's the perfect plan.
Bryce successfully sets the T-Rex onto the Indominus Rex, and they start fighting. Just when things are looking iffy for the T-Rex, the last surviving raptor comes and gives her a hand. Then the mosasaur leaps out of its tank and drags the Indominus into a deep, dark, watery grave.
You see that, Gareth Edwards? See what we call a monster fight? And also know the thing audiences want to see. Did you notice how I kept the camera pointed out the whole time, even though I'm a fucking idiot?
Okay, the Rex is dead, and the pterosaurs are all recaptured or killed, or whatever. And the other two dangerous predators still running around, wild or honorary good guys. So as well. Also, Chris and I devoted about 8 nanoseconds of screen time to hooking up. I think.
Sure, sounds good. Might as well after my wife ran off with the time traveler. Overly elaborate reference.
Yeah, sadly though, the park is done for. No way anybody is ever coming back to one of these disastrous death trap islands.
Don't bet on it. People will come back here one day. The popular appeal of these dinosaurs, the money that stands to be made, corporate greed finds a way.
Look, I know Engine is a little loose ethically, but after all these deaths.
Engine? I'm talking about Universal. This thing made $500 million in 3 fucking days. They'll keep making sequels until Squall devours the sun.
End. Fade in. Exterior Isla Nublar. A bunch of sneaky thieves sneak into the ruins of Jurassic World using a helicopter and a submarine.
Idiot.
Okay, men, remember our mission: to continue the trend of every Jurassic Park movie having dumber villains than the one before it. The franchise started out with a guy who tried to play fetch with the Dilophosaurus, so we've got our work cut out for us.
All right, we got in our own submarine to get some DNA from the Indominus Rex corpse. Sure, hope the giant mosasaur that lives in the tank died at some point, but why bother to actually check, right?
They get eaten by a mosasaurus.
Well, here I am, hacking the park controls. Hey, why are all the helicopter guys frantically gesturing at me? They've landed the helicopter and are making extremely clear, come here and get the fucking copter now, hand signals. What's with that? I better stand still and try to figure out what in all the Monster Island they could be trying to warn me about.
He is chased and nearly eaten by the T-Rex, but narrowly escapes by dangling precariously from the helicopter's ladder, right over the water where the Mosasaurus lives, and he's eaten by a Mosasaurus.
Neat. We're off to a great start. Nice work, everybody. Duh.
He falls for a Nigerian email scam. Interior government hearing. Some government types are holding an expositional hearing about Isla Nublar.
So the park was closed and the dinosaurs have been just left to their own devices. And now the island is about to explode, because when Richard Attenborough was choosing an island to put the original park on, and when Irfan Khan was figuring out how to restart it, both of them picked a giant fucking volcano, which is honestly not the least bit surprising considering all of their other decisions. Now, we need to decide whether or not we're going to save the dinosaurs.
Madam government person, I say we just let the dinosaurs go fuck themselves. They're unnatural monsters and they belong dead. I will personally piss on their ashes.
Sorry, could we possibly hear from somebody who wasn't nearly eaten by dinosaurs on 2 separate occasions?
Trust me, you're gonna want to keep me in this seat. The only thing I even do all movie, so try and make the most of it. Interior, James Cromwell's mansion. Bryce Dallas Howard is invited to have an audience with elderly billionaire James Cromwell.
Hello, Bryce. I'm the guy who co-founded Jurassic Park with Richard Attenborough. You know, the one who's never mentioned or hinted at before, and whose existence doesn't really make any sense?
Of course. I mean, and there's no reason you couldn't have been just some random eccentric billionaire, but what the hell?
I've come up with a plan to save the dinosaurs from the volcano. After all, we can't let the dinosaurs die out all over again, can we?
Yeah, but there's this whole other island full of dinosaurs. Remember Isla Sorona?
Well, yes, but,
Besides, you surely when breeding the dinosaurs for Jurassic World, we fixed that frog DNA mistake, which allowed the dinosaurs to breed in Jurassic Park. In which case, if we rescued all the female population from the island, they'd die out in one generation anyway.
the point is,
And even though we abandoned the park, we surely held on to the research and DNA samples. So if you really wanted there to still be dinosaurs, we could just make a bunch of new ones whenever you felt like it.
look, do you want a movie or don't you? I've got a backup island to transport the dinosaurs to, a less explodey one. I want your help as former director of Jurassic World.
Wait a minute. So the story of this movie isn't about fleeing dinosaurs, but saving dinosaurs? That's really fresh and different. Thank God we're not just trying to cook up another bunch of stale scenes of one-dimensional characters running away, and then who's standing right next to you?
Oh, you mean Rafe Spall? Yeah, he's my right-hand man. My royal vizier, if you will. Make sure the plan goes exactly as I just described. I'm going to make Rafe be middle management between me and the people who carry it out. As long as he does that completely without betraying me, saving the dinosaurs will be the exact plot of the movie, and Rafe's character will exist for no reason.
I'm wearing a suit.
He invests in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Interior diner. Bryce goes to talk to Chris Pratt.
I want you to come and save these dinosaurs with me, including your pet raptor, Blue. I really care about these animals, and my sole interest is their well-being.
Forget it. I have a callous disregard for whatever the dinosaurs live or die, because you and I have completely swapped characterizations at some point.
Damn it, I don't suppose this refusal of the call to adventure is just a pointless delaying tactic, which is only going to last for this one brief scene by any chance.
Yeah, let's go.
He jumps in the helicopter. Exterior Isla Nublar. Chris, Bryce, and Bryce's ASPCD flunkies, Daniela Pineda and Justice Smith, arrive at the remains of Jurassic World, where they meet head dino hunter Ted Levine.
So many characters in this movie. We massively under-budgeted for character traits, so I'm afraid you're gonna have to settle for one of each.
Okay, I'm sassy.
I'm panicky.
He shits his pants.
I'm the head of the fictional private military company.
That your character trait was sadistic asshole.
What I just said.
All right, now, I will use my palm print to make a computer tell us the locations of every dinosaur on the island. There, I just did the only thing you guys wanted from us in the first place. So if your plan is to dispose of us, now would be a good time to do it.
Or really, you should have just brought a computer hacker and left us out of it in the first place.
Yeah, well, you've seen the relationship this franchise's villains have with correct decision.
Chris goes and tracks down his pet raptor, Blue.
Hi there, Blue. How have you been? Listen, there's these jerks with me who want to just shoot you with the tranquilizer dart. But I was thinking instead I'd try to bring you in peacefully, like the two of us, me and a raptor, could just walk back to the other guys and you'd willingly get into the cage without eating anybody. You've gotten like 100 times tamer since the last movie, despite being reintroduced to the wild and having to fend for yourself in the past couple of years, right?
Yeah, the hunters shoot Blue with a tranquilizer dart.
Oh, fuck you guys! My way totally would have worked!
Oh, a dart that will make me fall asleep in the next 90 seconds or so. In the meantime, I guess I'll just eat the guys who shot me. By the way, nets are a thing, you fucking idiots.
She starts killing all of them. But the hunters shoot Blue with actual bullets. Then, wanting to make Chris dead, they shoot him with tranquilizer darts. They carry Blue off and leave Chris to die as the volcano starts to puke lava all over the place.
Oh, the lava's nearly touching me. Thank God it's just movie lava and you can be half an inch away from it without getting your face cooked off. I hope that this tranquilizer, designed to put giant animals to sleep for hours, just happens to suddenly... Whew! Ugh, that shouldn't have happened.
He runs off and meets up with Bryce and Justin.
Oh, sorry, we're late. We're stuck in a room with baryonyx that cared more about trying to eat us than fleeing the lava, which was literally filling the room at the time. What a weirdo, huh? Now, let's get the fuck off this exploding mountain before the oncoming wall of ash. Ah! Oh, come the fuck on! You carnivores just need to learn some goddamn priorities. I mean, holy X.
Hey, we're Jurassic Park carnivores. Eating humans is the entire purpose of our existence. You have any idea how fucking bored we've been these last couple of years?
Well, fortunately, we happen to find ourselves standing right next to what seems to be the only functional vehicle on the whole island. So, yeah.
Bryce and Justice jump into one of the plastic ballmobiles that Jurassic World has and drive it off a cliff into the ocean.
Shit, Chris wasn't able to get into the ball. And then the ash caught him. Oh, last poor.
I'm here! I'm completely unharmed despite being hit by a blast of superheated ash from a volcanic explosion during a dinosaur stampede and then falling off a cliff.
Okay, what? Are you a Fast and the Furious character?
Guys, Ted and his henchmen are leaving on their boat right now. Look, we have to find a way to sneak aboard so that nobody notices. So let's stealthily
Get up behind the boat in a speeding car and then do a ramp jump right onto the boat as it's leaving. Yes, let's stealthily do that.
Hey, are you a Fast and the Furious character?
They board the boat and escape the island. Then there is a lingering shot of a lone brachiosaurus slowly walking to the shore, giving in to despair as it realizes it has nowhere left to run, and letting out a mournful cry as it is engulfed by the ash and smoke as some jackass in the cinema actually tears up in a goddamn Jurassic Park movie. Who is that loser? Certainly not the author of this abridged script, that's for sure, or the person reading it. They're super cool. Interior, James Cromwell's mansion. Rafe invites an awkwardly bewigged and be-veneered and be-accented Toby Jones into the secret laboratory in the basement of James's mansion.
I'm run your secret dinosaur auction for international arms dealing supervillains because we're actually continuing on with that terrible husbands.
Toby Shit-for-Brains Joe sounds like a chipmunk. And he makes homemade fireworks.
Hey, and also we're bringing back the idiotic spliced up super dinosaur plot. We've got the prototype for a miniature Indominus Rex down here, but it won't be ready to sell until we get Blue because Blue has special Raptor Mom powers, which will hypnotize the mini I-Rex into being obedient to humans. So fuck me. What a stupid premise.
He starts an anti-vaxxer blog.
He's got dressed and neat and planned at the James' house to a 100% review and occupy the floor, but we could set up a lot of things that I make the giant animals on an impromptu auction house.
What the fuck? Legit cannot understand anything you're saying, Toby Jones. Yeah. But James's granddaughter, Isabella Sermon, has overheard everything and goes and squeals to James.
I'm very disappointed in you, Rafe. Betraying me, colluding with international warlords, plotting to make yourself stinking rich. I insist that you call the police and volunteer to go to prison. I would have called them myself, but I figure you'll do the right thing.
Wow. You probably should have tried out for the villain team.
He smothers James to death. Interior boat. Bryce and Chris find Daniela already aboard the boat. The bad guys kept me alive because they needed somebody to treat Blue's bullet wound. Then they assigned nobody to keep an eye on me, even though it's really obvious I'd want to stage an escape, contact somebody, do pretty much whatever I could to fuck them over.
Oh, right. When Bryce was invited to help out with the so-called rescue, of course, she would have wanted to bring a dino vet. That's why she brought you, who I'm guessing is one of the many vets who spent years looking after the dinosaurs on Jurassic World.
Actually, while there were presumably dozens of such people to choose from, instead, she picked me, who never even saw a live dinosaur until today.
Real vets remembered me from my character when my character was a horrible bitch.
Anyway, Blue's lost a lot of blood. The only suitable donor is the T-Rex, so go steal her blood while she's asleep. That's pretty much the T-Rex's only contribution to this whole story.
Oh, that's depressing.
They put some T-Rex blood into Blue, then Daniela pulls the bullet out of her. There we go. Now she's all fixed and will presumably be able to run around eating people and fighting other dinosaurs within 24 hours.
But all you did was take the bullet out. What about all the trauma caused with the bullet, ripped through her flesh and organs?
Oh, don't be silly. This is a movie bullet. The only life-threatening symptom of a movie bullet wound is bullet being initis. So you just have to remove the bullet, turn somebody from nearly dead to instantly cured. The bad guys arrive in America and take the dinosaurs to James's mansion. On the way, Ted catches Bryce and Chris.
Aha! The guys we intended to kill on the island. We thought you died on the island like we wanted, but here we are, still alive. So now we will. Put you in a cage and not kill you all.
Interior auction room. An assortment of megalomaniacs gather to bid on Rafe's dinosaurs.
Welcome to the auction, where you will spend millions to acquire some dinosaurs, which I must point out, have you been sitting on an abandoned island for the past couple of years, where you could have just shown up and grabbed them for free? You idiots.
I'm just floored by that delivery. At first, I too was an ankylosaurus, and then it is the wild animal. I don't know what to make it around and whack around them things, but it's the big authority that the thing. Does anybody feel like spending millions of dollars?
Several of us will in fact enter a bidding war to get the stupid thing.
Toby then proceed to sell a whole bunch of dinosaurs for a huge amount of money, which just goes to show you that a dumb money-making scheme turns into a good money-making scheme, just so long as the people you're getting money from are at least as dumb as you.
Oh my god! I don't think I understood what you said, but didn't the Indominus Rex already have raptor genes in it?
What has that water? Oh, something should also go in some jeans. You'll see what I mean.
The fuck? Let's demonstrate how the indoor raptor works. You paint a laser on the thing you want to kill, like I'm doing this assault rifle shaped device. Then you press the button, and the Indoraptor attacks that thing.
Yes. You mean all I have to do is get myself into a position where I have an assault rifle aimed at something, then I can just press a button and the thing dies? Never before has such a thing been possible. $1 billion.
Everybody goes into a bidding frenzy, much to the dismay of BD Wong.
That's right. I'm back. But in this movie, I seem to be slowly growing a conscience about the scientific prehistoric experiments I've been helping billionaires create for the past 30 years.
Chris bursts in, having freed himself and a Stiggy Moloch, which then uses its packy-like head to smash up the room while everybody flees.
Well, this seems like a good time to ask Ray for my fee. You know, Wally's not busy. Oh, hey, the Indoraptor's been tranquilized. It is positively excellent plan to open the door to its cage right now and try to rip some teeth out of the giant carnivore's mouth.
He gets into a cage with a mystery carnivore and tries to rip its teeth out. Honestly, I don't think I need to embellish this time.
Oh, yes. Come closer, I am very truly asleep. Dead to the world, nothing could stir me from such a deep slumber.
The Indoraptor opens his eyes and grins mischievously at the audience while Ted isn't looking. Not fucking kidding. Ted tries to take the Indoraptor's teeth without success. Then the Indoraptor tries to take Ted's arm and life somewhat more effectively. And it turns its attention to Toby. Yeah, the little leprechaun gets eaten. The Indoraptor escapes the building and goes up to the roof.
Free at last! The world will soon learn to fear the nefarious Indoraptor.
It howls at the moon. Still not kidding. Dang, this thing's even more over-the-top evil than the human villains. Remember when the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were just, powerful animals because they didn't live in a cartoon? Well, I better get the fuck out of here. What's the most effective, practical means of escape? Okay, even for a little 10-year-old, this is dumb.
Not necessarily. After all, as a pantomime villain, does not such a contrived setup compel me to attack you in the most unnecessarily slow and dramatic fashion possible?
The Indoraptor enters the room, draws its cape across its face, and starts inching ever so slowly towards Isabella.
Oh, hiss.
Look out, Isabella!
Isabella!
But then Chris and Bryce burst in and distract the Indoraptor, which chases them to the roof.
Very well. I shall continue my slow and practical attack, but this time on you. Unless there's yet another party who can intervene and save you.
Blue intervenes! She jumps on the Indoraptor, causing it to fall through a skylight onto the giant spiked horns of a Triceratops skull, which just so happened to be directly under the skylight.
Oh, cool. There was no possible way for me to have known that would have happened. I really lucked out on this one.
But wait, the day is not quite saved. The dinosaurs that they didn't get around to selling yet are still trapped, and the room is filling with gas from the giant tank of cyanide in the lab. Because, of course, this lab has a giant tank of cyanide gas sitting around.
I'm going to press the button which releases the dinosaurs. I can't let my fellow clones die. Oh yeah, there was this whole twist where it turns out Isabella was a clone, but it never really went anywhere or affected anything, so who gives a flying fuck? The dinosaurs are released, and about half of them immediately eat Rafe.
Oh no, what have we done? Dinosaurs have been reintroduced to the ecosystem. The world has changed forever.
What are you talking about? There's like 25 dinosaurs out there. Half of them are herbivores, and none of them can breed.
Life will find a way or something. We're finished. It's the dinosaurs' planet now.
Everybody's being way too dramatic about this. Seriously, any even one of these things could be taken out by a single tank, and we've got thousands of tanks. The only way the dinosaurs could defeat us is if every person in this whole world was a total fucking idiot. Oh.
And fade in, exterior Bering Sea. A fishing boat gets attacked by the mosasaurus that escaped at the beginning of the last movie. This is followed by clips of random people getting attacked by dinosaurs to show that this is, in fact, a dinosaur movie. The totally not a conspiracy theorist web influencer sharing this footage somehow gets an interview with the head of the company now in charge of the dinosaurs, Biosyn. And oh my God, it's Dodgson. Dodgson, we've got Dodgson here. Yeah, nobody cares. Cut to exterior a dinosaur breeding farm. Bryce Dallas Howard and Daniela Pineda free some baby Nociceratops from an ethically immoral farm because they're all ethical and moral now. They get pursued by the farmers into a field filled with Nociceratops, which conveniently only destroy the farmers' trucks and not the van holding Bryce and Daniela. And oh yeah, Justice Smith is there too.
Oh, good thing we're important characters are driving into that field of giant rampaging dinosaurs would have been a terrible idea.
Yeah,
we quit.
Cut to exterior Sierra Nevada mountains. Chris Pratt and some other cowboys, yeah, he's a cowboy now, are chasing down a herd of Parasaurolophus like they're cows. Yeehaw! Chris manages to catch one, and he does the thing with his hand that somehow placates all dinosaurs now, not just the one he trained from birth, who, as it turns out, isn't placated at all by that now. Cut to exterior farm hidden in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Honey, I'm home.
Yay, my not dad is home. I'm so excited to see you. Bryce, though, can go suck a bag of dicks because I'm a teenage girl now and all teenage girls hate their mums.
But I still love you because over the course of these movies, I've gone from a no-nonsense bitch who doesn't give a fuck about kids, even if they're related to me, to a loving wannabe mom to a human clone.
Speaking of moms, is that Blue with a baby? How the fuck did that happen?
I told you life would find a way.
If a clone dinosaur can have a baby, does this mean I might have a chance at a normal life?
Don't bet on it, kid.
Suddenly, bad guys swoop in and dino-nap Blue's baby. Blue is so pissed that she nearly bites Chris Pratt's hand off, but she doesn't, so they're still friends.
I promise, I'm gonna get your baby back, Blue.
Those same bad guys swoop in and teen-nap Isabella Sermon.
I promise I'm gonna get your baby back, Bryce.
Okay, but first we have to get help. Let's ask the people who just quit working with me because they said they wanted to live a normal lives now. I'm sure they really didn't mean that.
Cut to exterior another fucking farm. Two kids almost get swarmed to death by a bunch of giant locusts. Enter Laura Dern! Woo! Cue Jurassic Park fans screaming and wetting their pants.
Thanks for coming, even though it's not dinosaurs. My plants aren't prehistoric, which is your specialty.
All right. Do boring regular plant stuff now, even though there are literally real dinosaurs wandering around that I could study in numerous ways.
They talk about boring bug shit and the effects these boring, ugly bugs are having on farms. Seriously, what's up with all the farms? If we're not on a tropical island, we're on a farm. Is that it? Laura climbs up into a tractor to get a better view of the decimated farm, and in a horrible attempt at a Jurassic Park throwback, removes her glasses in a similar manner to how Sam Neill did when he first saw the Brachiosaurus. Only this time, she's looking at a fucking farm field and not a dinosaur, so this attempt at an homage is a fucking joke.
Tell us how you really feel. Why was the field next to yours fine?
Because I'm not a sellout like those assholes. They use genetically engineered seed made by Biosyn, which is in no way a reference to the real life Monsanto seed conspiracy.
Cut to exterior, another fucking farm. Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's a dig site. Cue Jurassic Park theme music as Sam Neill makes his grand entrance. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, he's still digging up dinosaur bones.
Hey, want to get out of here and go study giant bugs instead of dead dinosaurs?
Nah, I got a good thing going here. Make a tiny bit of money digging up fossils of things that now live in our world, and my students totally respect and appreciate me.
Sounds like it.
I'm only doing it for college credit.
But giant bugs! That's a divorce, so now we can totally bone.
Well, when you put it that way.
Cut to exterior CIA office. Justice Smith puts his brand new government job at risk by meeting with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Some creepy merc guy just kidnapped our not kid. We need your help finding him.
What a coincidence. We have an undercover team about to make a move on that same guy.
Tell us where he is so we can go get our not kid back.
Did you not hear me just now? The fucking CIA is about to capture this guy. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, but
No! Promise me you won't fly all the way to Malta to try to rescue your not kid and blow our years in the making sting operation.
I promise.
After a whole bunch of plane and helicopter rides, exterior Biosyn headquarters. Sam Neill and Laura Dern are greeted by Campbell Scott, who apparently has nothing better to do than wander his dinosaur gardens and greet new visitors to the compound. Sam and Laura make a big deal out of his character's name, which is obviously for the audience's sake, since they would have no idea who the fuck Dodgson is.
Hi, I'm Dodgson.
Oh, Sid. Honey, it's Dodgson.
You're Dodgson.
Nobody cares!
Well, I need to go do some not creepy, definitely not the bad guy shit now. So I'll leave you with my snackless assistant. Seriously, why don't you have any snacks for me? You know what? Never mind. Derp, derp, derp. I'm gonna mumble my way through the scene. Am I trying to be awkwardly cute and non-suspicious, or am I just trying to hide the fact that I'm an asshole? Woo!
Almost a genuine reaction. The fuck was that?
Oh, forget about him. Let's go see the man we all came here to see. Jeff fucking Goldblum.
Cut to interior lecture hall. Jeff Goldblum is giving a lecture to a bunch of students, interns, junior scientists. Who the hell cares? It's Jeff fucking Goldblum. I still think that dinosaurs shouldn't exist and they can all burn in hell, but I'm getting paid a lot to be here, so I work for the company that's keeping the dinosaurs alive.
Sign my boobs.
Sign my boobs.
Oh, I would love to, but oh my God, look, it's my old pals from Dino Island. Sam, I'm gonna completely ignore you while I shamelessly flirt with Laura, just like in the original film.
I basically got Sam here by telling him that he could get into my pants, but now that you're around, I'm gonna make him jealous by making ridiculous sexual innuendos with you, right here in front of him.
The fuck?
We have a serious problem, Jeff.
Oh, that sucks for you.
Why don't you give a shit?
Oh, I do. I just, I need to get some coffee first. While Sam Neill is arguing with a barista over how to make a normal cup of coffee, Jeff slips his hand into Laura's pants pocket to give her his special Taylor Swift concert bracelet. So this will get you backstage at the concert. Also, it'll get you into the secret sub-levels of this place. They're keeping all the experimental stuff I was only pretending not to care about for the sake of the cameras I know are watching us. Also, so I could shamelessly flirt with you some more and totally make Sam jealous. Campbell Scott enters a lab filled with scientists experimenting on the giant bugs. One of the scientists is B.D. Wong.
I'm back. Only this time I've learned my lesson and I'm no longer creating genetically enhanced dinosaurs. Now I'm making genetically enhanced bugs. What could go wrong with that?
Your bugs are going to destroy the planet.
Wait, what? But this time was supposed to be different. Who could have possibly predicted that experimenting with the DNA of animals would have such a damaging effect? Oh, why didn't I learn my lesson after the first park went south? Or even after the Indominus Rex incident or that awful thing with the Indoraptor? Wow, I make really poor judgment calls.
Yeah, well, I kidnapped the clone girl so you can perform more DNA tests now. Only this time, you'll have cloned human DNA to work with.
Does this mean we're going with that creepy yet cool dinosaur-human hybrid concept they scrapped for Jurassic World?
No, we just need her DNA to fix the locusts.
Really? The fucking locusts again? Isn't this a dinosaur movie?
It's more of a commentary on global destruction, big corporation greed, and family. Kinda.
Hey, the original Jurassic Park had it all. He didn't need bugs.
Would you show up and do your job, Frody Pants? And promise me you'll tell me more about whatever experiment you perform involving the clone girl, okay?
I promise.
Cut to exterior streets of Malta. The sting operation is going down. Omar Sy, who we totally lost track of after the failed raptor attack on the Indominus in the first movie, is still alive. He happens to run into Chris and Bryce and invites them into his deep undercover operation.
Hey, Chris, thanks for leaving me to die back in Jurassic World.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. I got distracted trying to get my swerve on with Bryce, with whom I have, like, no chemistry.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Just don't do it again, right?
I promise.
Cool. Then let's go into this underground dinosaur market where they keep dinosaurs chained up and utterly mistreat them. I'm sure neither of you will have a problem with that or feel the need to free any of the dinosaurs.
Bryce meets DeWanda Wise in the underground market's bathroom, where she questions her relentlessly about her not daughter, simply because they both speak English.
Look, I'm totally the one who flew her over here and just handed her off to some shady people, but I'm a badass who doesn't give a fuck, so I can't get involved. Peace out, lady.
Meanwhile, the bad guy who nabbed Baby Blue and Isabella Sermon is making a deal with Dyke and Lockman to transport raptors that have been genetically engineered as weapons. Suddenly, the bad guy's partner pulls a gun because he's actually a CIA undercover operative.
Peace out.
She leaves with the dinosaurs, leaving her henchmen and the CIA guys so they can have a shootout. The bad guy causes a scene in the underground dino market, causing dinosaur pandemonium. Chris gets sandwiched between a Carnotaurus and an Allosaurus, but they don't eat him because he does that thing with his hands. The bad guy, however, gets eaten by an adorable yet savage baby baryonyx.
Aww.
Meanwhile, the CIA guys have to deal with the weaponized raptors, which slowly emerge from their cages and stalk the guys with guns instead of just attacking them outright.
Oh, Jesus, not this again. Why aren't we shooting?
Because we're hoping they're friendly?
The Atrociraptors do a choreographed dance to a Backstreet Boys song, while the guys with guns just stand there and watch.
Seriously, why the fuck aren't we shooting these things?
Dyke and Lockman points a laser at the idiots who still aren't shooting, and the raptors attack and kill all of them, except Omar Sy, who lives to fight another day because Chris actually showed up this time and saves him by doing his hand thing again. Dyke flees, and Bryce pursues, but Dyke sets the raptors on Bryce, who is saved by DeWanda Wise.
Look, I know I said I wasn't going to get involved, but suddenly I grew a conscience, and I want to help you now, and that is a fucking trained raptor chaser? Damn, I picked the wrong time to grow a fucking conscience.
Bryce, DeWanda, and Chris are all pursued through the streets of Malta by the Atrociraptors, but finally they get to DeWanda's plane and follow the surviving bad guys to Biosyn.
Damn, those weaponized raptors were insane. And now they're running around Malta. Is anyone going to do something about them?
No, they're gone, never to be mentioned again.
I mean, surely they're going to show up again later in the movie.
Nope, they're gone.
Cut to interior Biosyn labs. BD Wong attempts to bond with angsty teenager Isabella Sermon.
Random fun fact. Blue has monitor lizard DNA in her, which means she can reproduce without a mate. Because I determined that using the DNA of an animal that doesn't need a partner to have babies would be a better way of keeping dinosaurs from reproducing, rather than using the DNA of an animal that can change its sex at will.
I don't care.
But you and Baby Blue are exactly alike. Because your mom had you without a partner too.
So Charlotte was part monitor lizard.
What? No, she impregnated herself with a perfect replica of herself.
That's the most narcissistic thing I've ever heard.
But then she used her brand new baby as a living experiment to cure all diseases.
And that's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
And now, I'm going to use that life-changing discovery to...
Wipe out all sickness and disease?
No. I'm going to kill all the giant bugs I made.
Oh, again with the bugs. Screw this.
Yeah.
Isabella frees Baby Blue so she can wreak havoc on the lab, destroying everything BD Wong was using to try and get rid of the fucking bugs. Great job, Isabella! Meanwhile, Sam Neill and Laura Dern have snuck into the secret labs with all the giant bugs, which Jeff Goldblum somehow has access to, even though he's just a lecturer. They try to get a DNA sample from the giant bugs, but it somehow goes awry, and the bugs are released. Sam and Laura manage to escape from the giant attacking bugs, and they're so relieved to be alive, they're about to make out when Isabella shows up and cockblocks them. Hey guys! Sorry, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Like a crucial moment that fans have been waiting for since it was revealed in JP3 that you weren't married. Ah, I'm Lockwood's granddaughter, by the way.
Are we supposed to know who that is?
Cut to exterior Biosyn compound. Chris, Bryce, and DeWanda have been attacked by a flock of Quetzalcoatlus. The plane goes down, but not before they eject Bryce out of the plane like they should have ejected her from the movie. Somehow, even while getting attacked by the largest flying animal ever to live on this planet, she survives, only to get attacked by another giant bird-like dinosaur on the ground.
Fuck that deer! She was in my territory, eating my grass. Something else that isn't a plant is in my territory. Better kill whatever it is, too.
Bryce escapes the Theriznosaurus by drowning herself. I mean, hiding underwater for a really long time. Because apparently this is a blind dinosaur. They really should have called it a Do You Thinkysaurus then. Ha! Classic JP humor right there. Chris and DeWanda, however, have more chemistry in the little time they're together than Chris and Bryce have over the course of 3 fucking movies. Crash land on a snowy ice mountain attached to a dam that's frozen over. Because that makes total sense in the middle of what is otherwise a tropical climate. Somehow, they survive this crash landing and are immediately attacked by a really cool looking velociraptor with red feathers and oh my god, it can swim? This thing is super fucking cool. I hope it's in the movie a lot.
And it's gone.
Wait, again? That's really its only scene. It's not going to show up again later to team up with another dinosaur or something?
No, they decided to give that job to an herbivore this time. They're trying to be diverse and include all types of dinosaurs.
Damn. With the amount of time this movie is spent wasted on giant fucking bugs, they really could have been elaborating on all these cool new dinosaurs. Like, where did that raptor even come from?
Who cares? I just want to get my girlfriend back.
Yeah, I like girls too. I have to mention that so the audience can stop wondering why you and I don't hook up. And so that the movie can also show how diverse it is. Also, aren't we here to rescue your kid?
Oh, yeah. Her too.
Elsewhere, Jeff Goldblum gets fired when Campbell Scott finds out that he helped Sam and Laura. Jeff makes a speech to all the people in the room about how bad Biosyn is and majorly insults Campbell, which seems entirely unwarranted based on what little the audience actually knows of what's going on. It almost seems like a stalling tactic, although what he's stalling for, no one knows. Before he exits, this happens. Dodged him. Not kidding, that fucking happened. You know, in case anyone in the audience was still questioning whether this is the same guy from Jurassic Park. Underground, Sam and Laura and Isabella are almost eaten by barely lit Dimorphodons. But they're not, because Jeff Goldblum shows up and saves them. And that's it for the Dimorphodons. Cut to exterior Biosyn compound. Chris and DeWanda are searching the forest for Bryce, a grown-ass woman, when they should really be trying to rescue Isabella Sermon. Along the way, they meet a Giganosaurus, and hey, look, kids, a T-Rex! The audience watches worriedly and hopes this isn't going to be a recreation of the scene in Jurassic Park 3 where the Tyrannosaurus is killed by a Spinosaurus. However, the fight lasts all of 10 seconds, with the Giga basically playing a really rough version of Dutch Nose with the T-Rex, causing the T-Rex to give up its meal without any more of a fight. Also, neither of these giant dinosaurs with huge olfactory sensors noticed the two bloody humans sitting 10 feet away. Since the Giga and Rexy had head colds, Chris and DeWanda are able to escape and save Bryce from a herd of Dilophosaurs after Chris chokes out their leader and then kicks in the butt and tells it to get. Yeah, no, it seriously really happened, because dinosaurs are like farm animals now. Back inside Biosyn, evil Campbell Scott is evilly throwing a tantrum and getting rid of all the evidence that his evil company is responsible for the giant bugs. He has the giant locust burned alive, but for some reason forgot there was an air vent above the lab, which the locusts break through, and now there's a swarm of angry giant flaming locusts, which start swarming all over the compound, setting it on fire and putting all the dinosaurs in peril, a la Bambi. Outside, Jeff, Sam, Laura, and Isabella are reunited with Chris, Bryce, and DeWanda just in time to have an encounter with the Gigantosaurus.
That's the biggest carnivore ever. Nothing is bigger than the Gigantosaurus.
Supposed to be an expert on dinosaurs. Everybody knows that the Spinosaurus was bigger than the Giga by at least 5 feet in length and 3 tons in weight.
Yeah, but we already did the Spinosaurus in JP3, so we're pretending this is the biggest now.
That's fucking stupid.
Everybody get to safety. I'll distract it by waving this flaming giant bug on a stick over my head.
Isn't that exactly what you did in the first movie to try to distract the T-Rex?
Yeah, and as I recall, that didn't exactly work out too well for you.
Just go! Let me sacrifice myself for you so I won't have to be in this franchise anymore.
No!
Jeff distracts the Giga, but doesn't die!
Oh my fucking God, Coach, I'm gonna kill you.
Everybody is safe now and they can leave, but Chris made a promise to Blue to save her baby. So they go back inside Biosyn Labs, where Campbell Scott is packing things up. Among those things is a rusted and mud-caked Barbasol can. Oh my God, everybody! It really is Dodgson from the first movie! Nobody cares! Amidst a ton of terribly executed throwbacks to the first 5 movies, Laura and Bryce fight their way through a swarm of fiery locusts to turn off the security systems that are keeping them from escaping, while Chris, Sam, and Isabella run off to find Beta, and DeWanda runs off to find a plane. Oh, and Campbell Scott gets eaten by Dilophosaurs, just like his pal Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park. Okay, come on, guys, seriously. 1 or 2 throwbacks is cool, but let's give it a rest now, all right?
Hey guys, can I come?
No?
But I can get rid of the giant bugs. Plus, I survived this long. You can't kill me off now.
Just when they're about to get out of this god-awful movie, the T-Rex and the Giga show up to finally have that long-awaited giant carnivore battle.
People to eat.
Hey. You're on my turf. You better get out of here before I teach you a lesson, punk.
But like, literally just got in here a few seconds ago because they were hurting us all away from the fire.
Don't care. This is my valley now. So I'm gonna kill you and destroy everything I see. Except for those people over there. And that flying machine that they were about to get on, I don't care about that shit. The fight lasts all of 1 minute before the T-Rex is defeated, as anybody with a brain could have predicted. All right. Yeah. I assume you're dead and no longer a threat. So now I'm gonna eat these people.
Fire, big guy!
She fires off a flare gun in the opposite direction of the chopper so everyone can get on while the Giga is distracted. Ooh, pretty.
Good thing all giant carnivorous dinosaurs, not dinosaurs, are distracted by flares.
The Giga follows the flare until it lands near the Rhinosaurus. You,
Yeah.
get off my lawn.
We just got here, bro. That makes this pretty much open territory for all.
Nope. It's totally my land now. And I'm going to fight you for it, even though I'm totally free to eat all those humans now that the T-Rex is out of the way.
That's what you think.
Ah! The T-Rex grabs the Giga by the throat and throws it into the Theriznosaur's giant claws.
Wow. That totally should have broken my arms from the sheer weight of the Giga falling on them, but I'm good. Let's howl at the moon in victory together.
Oh, sounds good to me.
They do. For real, though. Meanwhile, everybody gets away in the helicopter and everything is okay again.
All right, let's wrap this thing up faster than the Stephen King ending. Get the hell out of here.
Insert a few random scenes of dinosaurs in nature, including Blue, who has been reunited with her baby.
Where the fuck was that the entire movie?
Fuck you, tomorrow.
They should stop making.
The end. Thank you all so much. This was so much fun making fun of these movies that ruined my favorite franchise.